How's it going, everyone? Spectre here, and we got a cat. Got a cat. I forgot to close my door. Oh well, you're gonna deal with Georgie. Actually, I'm gonna deal with Georgie, but that's okay. Uh, Over the past couple of days, really the past week, Twitch has been under fire for their decision to create a Twitch safety advisory council. Right? We all know about it. We all have heard about it. We've all seen the backlash that one of these individuals named FerociouslySteph has taken concerning her statements over the past, I don't really know, but the statements that Steph has made specifically towards gamers and the like. And what ended up happening is the backlash was pretty much constant, especially after she held a little stream after the announcement of the council. And she basically started dancing, saying, I have power and you don't, stuff like that. And that's exactly what ended up happening. Backlash. Backlash for Steph, but also backlash for Twitch because, well, Twitch is the one allowing this person to have the quote power, unquote. Now, for the longest time, pretty much since this started, we've been hearing people say, oh, this is the end of Twitch. This is the end of, Twitch now has this loony on their council, and it's acting like it's a paid position. It's not. I've said that before. This is no different than the Council of Stellar Management that CCP Games, the makers of EVE Online, created. You're not being paid. You're not an employee. You're essentially kind of over here. You're kind of a way for the company to gauge reaction. You're a soundboard. You're a bouncing board, right? They bounce ideas off of you and they try and get a reaction. And before this, the only person I knew on that council was Zizarin, who's a Path of Exile streamer. But this person obviously has changed that. Well, Emmett, the CEO of Twitch, has come out with a response. So let's just get that up here. And we have a note from Emmett about the Safety Advisory Council. Now, I want to preface this and say it's a couple of days old. It's about 4 days old. And I did originally record a video on this, and I just scrapped it. I said, you know what? Not worth it to give Mamby the time of day, really. I decided against it. I'm going to do it now. I'm a couple of days late, so hit those down votes and negative ratings. Hit me with the clocks on Kiwi Farms and stuff like that. Let's get right into it. Last week, we announced the formation of our Safety Advisory Council, a group of online safety experts and Twitch creators we brought together to advise on issues related to trust and safety at Twitch. We've since seen a lot of discussion and questions, as well as some concerns, and I want to provide some clarity to help everyone understand our thinking about the council's role and what we're doing next. Okay, standard PR response, right? We've seen that before. Standard PR. We want to explain what's going on. The role of the council is to advise, offer perspective, and participate in discussions with our internal teams pertaining to the work we do to help keep our community safe and healthy. We made an internal choice to recruit advisors with strong, independent opinions and the courage to challenge our thinking. Our goal is to hear a wide range of points of view informed by truly different people within Twitch and outside Twitch. Because a position on the council is not a test of ideology or an endorsement by Twitch on a specific viewpoint, we expect that members of the council will sometimes have very different viewpoints from each other, from Twitch staff members, or from the official Twitch policy. We recognize that hearing from a diverse set of voices is valuable when crafting products and policies to serve our entire community. Here's the problem. Whether you like it or not, this person becomes a brand ambassador. They are going to become a face for Twitch. You don't throw Emmett's face out there. You throw your streamers out there. When a screw up happens because of Alinity is out there. Not Emmett. Alinity's out there. When something happens on Twitch, people do mashups where they show other people screwing up. And these streamers are part of that. That's exactly what happens. This is not going to change. All you're doing is saying these people now represent us. They're not paid, but they still represent us as a company. At the end of the day, that's what anybody's going to take away from this entire thing. And Twitter's the exact same way. Anita Sarkeesian's on the Trust and Safety Council for Twitter, I believe, still. She's not being paid. but she's still a face for Twitter in that regard. So to say that you don't really, it's not a test of ideology or an endorsement of a viewpoint, that's not completely true. And when you have somebody dancing around and calling your primary clientele, right, gamers, white supremacists, and stuff like that, because people don't agree with her way of thinking, that's a problem for Twitch. That is a problem for the community as a whole. That's not going to be a good brand ambassador. You're basically bringing in somebody who's saying, I don't care about your clients. I just want to push me out there. I want to put me out front and center, and I want to make sure that I am being paid attention to. They're in it for them, not for Twitch, not for your clients, your customers, or the community. We said in our blog post we were looking for the council to advise on a variety of things, from advising on new policies to promoting healthy streaming habits, but we could have been clearer about what tasks the council will not be involved with. Council members will not make moderation decisions. That's a pretty big thing. Keep that in mind, because Mamby was dancing around saying they had power, and people who are afraid of her should be, because she's going to work to make sure that they're removed from the platform and that she's going to make their life a living hell on the internet. Nor will they have access to any details on specific moderation cases. X to doubt, only because we do know that there are select circumstances with Twitter and the like, where, yeah, they do have information about specific cases if they ask. I won't be surprised if in this case, Steph is able to come out and go, I have information, and they get it, right. And there's only one way they can get it right. It would have to be because they were told. They are not Twitch employees, and they do not speak on Twitch's behalf. Again, not paid employees, but they're still brand ambassadors. They might not speak officially on Twitch's behalf, but they can still cause issues. They can still act like it. And many people are going to listen to what these people say and assume that they're speaking with your voice and your views because of their position. While we value their opinions and their right to share them, they are independent actors who will have opinions that aren't shared either by Twitch employees, or even by other members of the council. Nevertheless, we believe that having diverse viewpoints will make the council and its recommendations stronger and ultimately better for our community. I have reservations about that, because it definitely seems like this person is going to bring an agenda with them, and that agenda is not good for Twitch as a whole, and it's not good for the community that they are supposed to be representing. All participants care deeply about the Twitch community and want to help make it a better place. Again, X to doubt, because this is a person who has said gamers are white supremacists. We should do things that actively hinder gaming. Her girlfriend has put out tweets, apparently. I haven't seen an archive of it, but allegedly tweets were made by this person saying that we should, they should go around, collect everybody's computer, everybody's Xbox and PlayStation, and you should destroy them just to get rid of the gamers. I don't think that this person has the betterment of Twitch, a streaming platform whose primary clients, whose customers are gamers. I don't think they have that, in mind. It's a commitment of time and energy from them, and we're grateful for their contribution to help us improve Twitch policy. Now, here's where it gets really funny, because this becomes Kafka-esque. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm going to highlight it, right? I'm gonna really quickly highlight this. I'll do it in red. Harassment directed at council members or anyone at or on Twitch only underscores the importance of the council. We created this council to make sure that harassment doesn't happen, but because of this one person on the platform who has been incendiary, who has trolled people, who has worked to make her voice heard and make sure that people are angry with her, that causes a visceral reaction from many people, not just on the political right, but some on the political left who have questioned this. Because this has happened, it only underscores the need for it. No, this person is the only person on there who hasn't been harassed. Let's make this very clear. The majority of the criticism has not been harassment. The majority of the criticism has been highlighting what this person has done, highlighting how they have acted, highlighting their actions and their words, and saying, how can you let this person have any kind of influence on the platform? That's not harassment. Criticism is not harassment. That's not to say that I'm sure people have harassed Steph. I'm pretty sure people have harassed Liz, but at the same time, I'm sure that all the members are receiving some kind of criticism for their participation on this, with this council. So I'm sure it's not directed at Steph, but Steph has been the most vocal and Steph has been the most outwardly obvious. We do not condone bullying or harassment of any kind and will continue to take action against accounts who engage in that behavior. Off-site, are you going to punish people for what they might say on Twitter or on Discord, something not on Twitch? We saw Blizzard do that. We saw Blizzard do that with Blitzchung. Generally speaking, they are going after professional players who might do something off script, off site, off the game, and they've been going after them and punishing them for what they do. If it is, it's just another, 1984-esque Big Brother kind of thing where you don't violate their terms of service. This would be no different than Valve coming out and saying, if you post something on Twitter that we don't like, we have the right to remove you from our service and take away all the games that you have access to. It's no different. It's not right. If the terms of service are not violated on your platform, you have no right to punish people, period. At the heart of the Safety Advisory Council in all of our work at Twitch is the desire to foster a safe, inclusive, and creative community of passionate people. As with every community, there will be disagreements and differing points of view, and we are committed to considering a diversity of perspectives as we work to help keep our community safe and healthy. And that's the end of it. So my opinion on this is that it's just a bunch of tripe, and it really underscores that Twitch's intent here was to create a Twitter-esque, a Kefka-esque trap. Look at this harassment this one person is getting. Clearly, we need this. No, harassment on Twitch, I'm sure, is absolutely not to the point that people make it out to. Harassment on Twitter is not to the point that people make it out to. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. What I am saying, however, is that most of it is criticism of actions and words. Words and deeds are being criticized. Every thought process, every ideology has critics. You're allowed to criticize people, criticize their ideas, criticize their beliefs, as long as it doesn't become toxic, right? As long as you don't start making personal attacks and the like. And that's not what happened with Steph, right? It didn't happen to begin with, at least, until Steph started exacerbating issues, lying about issues, rubbing it in people's faces, and making it worse. And that's exactly what happened. So for Twitch to come out and say, harassment directed to council members or anyone at or on Twitch only underscores the importance of the council. Let's look at some of the things that have happened over the past year. Alinity. What has Alinity done? She threw her cat on stream. She gave her cat vodka, which, by the way, can kill your cat, right? Cats, like this little guy, right? This little girl around my feet. Alcohol can kill them very easily, right? And Alinity is just the one that I can think of off the top of my head because I really don't pay attention to many of the, much of what goes on Twitch, but we see stuff like that happen all the time. Not all the time. That's hyperbole. That's exaggeration. Alinity does stuff like this, and she really hasn't been banned. But other people have been for lesser reasons. I like that Ziz is part of the council because he does seem like he genuinely cares. He's there for Twitch. He's there for the streamers, and he wants to really get to the bottom of what's going to be punishable and getting the, the general ideas going. I like that. This was just a bad call to bring Steph on, and it's even worse to double down. That's my opinion. Twitch needs to pull its head out of its ass, really, but I don't think they will. I think they're going to double down because we just saw this. And Steph ended up actually putting out a tweet basically saying, I got a stern talking to, and, I have to be better. We'll see. Maybe Steph can pull it out. Maybe Steph can improve on things. Maybe not. It doesn't really matter. What matters is this entire thing seems to be I don't think it's going to do too well. I think it's definitely going to end up being a cluster, but that's just my take. That's somebody who doesn't even really stream on Twitch. I don't stream on Twitch. I stream exclusively on YouTube, and that's it. So take it as you will. I'd like to see Twitch succeed. I know that there are people I follow who do stream on Twitch. I don't want them impacted. I want them to succeed. I want Twitch to succeed by that same token. So hopefully Twitch will watch this closely and not fail the people that rely on them. That's it for this video. I am Spectre, and I am out.